Hello and welcome back to some more Minecraft on the JSano fan server. Or should I say...
Welcome to my nightmare.
Yeah, you have to excuse the skin. It's actually a skin I used for a UHC we recently did. It was sort of Halloween themed, so I had to come up with a Halloween skin. And I picked the one and only Freddy Krueger, coming to haunt you in your dreams. But no, that's why I'm dressed up as Freddy Krueger. Freddy Muckluck, or Mucky Krueger. I don't know. Anyway, in today's episode, I'll be rambling about some things, including that UHC, but also, like I mentioned last episode, now I've got Dang City out of the way. Oh, I haven't got my wings on. Now I've got Dang City out of the way, I can talk about anything and do anything. So today's going to be a bit of a hunt. It's going to be a bit of a hunt because if you remember last episode when I showed you some of Dang City. What? Are we on disc, mate? Yeah, right. When I showed you Dang City and I showed you my nice triangular shaped flat iron building, I said, oh look, there's a chicken in here. In fact, let's cut to that clip right now. It hasn't got a roof. Oh, and it's got a chicken inside. I forgot about that. It has got a chicken. An Enderman. It's got chicken 6 of 7. I don't know what this is. Have I been pranked? And the sign said something like chicken 6 of 7. And I thought I'd been pranked. Well, I think I have, because as I was working on the Bellagio some more, putting in some windows, as you can see, so it's actually, oh, well, I zoomed straight on to a missing window. Great. But for the most part, oh, and missing windows there as well. Darn it. I noticed, well, it's kind of hard to miss, actually. Oh, it's not here, hang on. It's up there. There is another giant chicken. Here! And this one is chicken 1 of 7. Can you find them all, Muck? So today's episode is going to be a chicken hunt. It's a chicken run. Anything in these? No, I don't think there is. Just want to double check though. And I mean, I say we're going to hunt for them. I know where a few others are because I've just sort of come across them as I've been playing the game. All this stuff is probably new, which you haven't seen, but it's just sort of like new game shows and old game shows redone, like Jeffenheimer's and a nice floor. And I think I'll probably do an episode on this in the future. But it's sort of under construction. For now, chickens. Chickens on the brain. I'm going to fly. Oh, I should really get some more. Oh, I have. Good. I'll show you some of the other chickens I found, but I haven't found all of them. So I think we're going to have to do a little bit of a a tour, almost like a little search around the server to try and find these missing chickens. So there's 1 and 6 we've found. I'll show you where I found 2 more. One of them is... Wait, is it 2 more or just... Or is it just 1 more? I think I've just found 1 more. It's over at my castle. I'm guessing they're all going to be at like all my builds on the server, so we're going to go all over the place, I reckon. It depends on how detailed and how far they went with the chicken placement. So yeah, there's one back here in my little castle garden place. Isn't he lovely? Which one's this? I didn't actually see which number this was. This was chicken 2. Okay, so chicken 1 was Bellagio, chicken 2 is castle. Oh, how this is like a mystery. They definitely are all empty. Maybe the last one has something in it. Maybe that's it. So I reckon the next one's going to be maybe Trump Tower. I'm just trying to think of places they might go to. And the best thing is, as I try and find these chickens, I can talk about my fun London weekend. I can ramble because I had a great time and I wanted to sort of like capture it in a video so I can remember it and I don't just forget all of it, and it's almost like a dear diary, dear YouTube diary. So last weekend, well, actually it depends on when I'm uploading this video, but at some point not too long ago I went to London for a kind of bigger trip than I usually do. If I go to London it's usually for like a day, but this was for a whole weekend, and I did that because it sort of worked out well for 2 reasons. So On the Saturday... Oh, I hope it's not somewhere in the middle of this tower. On the Saturday, I went to go meet some friends because, you know, this is the thing with life, man. As you get older, all your friends, they go off, they do other things, and you got to keep in touch. You got to make an effort to keep in touch, otherwise you lose connections and you lose friendships, and it's not good. You don't want that to happen. So some friends live in London now. Some friends have moved away. Some friends now live in other side of the country, more or less. So we all kind of converged into London because it was sort of the easiest place to work out distance-wise. And so on the Saturday, it was just a sort of case of meeting up with old school friends and chatting and having a few drinks and aha! I found you. How did I miss that one? Oh, look at that. I would have completely missed it. That was 3. I was right. Was it 3? Yeah, 3 of 7. I knew it. I don't know why I'm still looking here. So yeah, you know, meet up, have some drinks, just chat about life, what we're doing. Worryingly, it was talking about people getting engaged. Like, what's going on? Friends getting engaged already? No. It's terrible. They're going to start having babies soon, and it's going to be the worst. Then I have to pretend to like their kids. Oh, I'd be such a great godparent or something, won't I? So yeah, we did that on a Saturday, and it was nice. We sort of just, what did we do? We went to some pubs, went to good old Spoons at Bakerloo. I also wanted to go to Bakerloo because they have a Dunkin' Donuts there, like one of the very few in England. And I was like, I want to try a Dunkin' Donuts. Verdict is okay. Nothing amazing, but it's a decent donut, you know. Can't complain. Bit pricey, but then I think that's what you got to expect in London. Coffee was a bit sweet for my liking, but weirdly they asked for like if I wanted sugar in it. No, they just said, yeah, they just said, do you want sugar in the coffee? And I was like, yeah, but I was imagining they would give me sugar to put in it, but they just put sugar in it automatically, and they put too much in there. Like, what is that? What is that all about? I mean, really. Right, before I continue rambling, where else would there be a chicken? So we found 4. There might be one... Oh man, now I'm going to have to think of past projects. Oh, I'll show you the Hanging Gardens of Babbluck, because I thought there would be one there. And not quite. So yeah, we went to Spoons, we went to... Wetherspoons is a pub, by the way. I'm sure most British people watching will know what Spoons is, but it's like a chain of pubs. Cheap pubs, you know what you're getting. Bit rowdy sometimes, but there you go. Oh yeah. This is what's at the Hanging Gardens of Babbluck. It's not a chicken, it is another farm animal. It's a big, giant, floating pig. Isn't it lovely? In fact, I want to see if there's anything inside this. How bizarre. Oh, there's one bit of cobble. And an ender chest. Oh, look at all these goodies. Oh, wait, they're mine. What else then? What else would there be? Or, yeah, what other projects? I hope they don't mean like... Excuse me, I still got a bit of a sore throat. Like, all the way to Wild West Town. Do you think they went all the way to the Wild West? Oh, I bet they did. I bet they did. Let's find a portal and go to the Wild West. There are probably... Oh, no, wait. Space Station. There'll be one at the Space Station. I think. What else did we do on the Saturday? Oh, well, actually, this was a big thing, right? So, before I properly met up with my old school friends, which was at about... I met them at about 11 o'clock, but then I ran away for an hour because I had something to do at around 12 o'clock. And that was, I met up with another YouTuber. It was, not just any old YouTuber. Viewers of my channel may remember a YouTuber by the name of Honest Tom 23, who used to do Let's Plays and reviews and I did a few co-op series with him. I did a series on Splinter Cell. I did a Ratchet and Clank All for One playthrough with him. I did a Left 4 Dead playthrough with him. We played a bit of Destiny, a bit of Red Dead Redemption. I was on his podcast, the Nope, There's Only Trash Here podcast. And yeah, you know, good friend, good YouTube friend, Tom. I really enjoyed making content with him and talking to him on Skype and whatever. And he said that he was down in London that weekend for a similar reason that I was. I'll get onto that in a minute. But he said, hey, I'm there on the Saturday. Do you want to meet up for a drink before I go to this event? And I was like, yeah, man. That'd be awesome. So I met with oh, there's a zombie. Hey, I knew it. I met up with Honest Tom 23. It's always weird. Well, actually, I say that. It's always weird to sort of meet these people, these like internet friends in real life. But I've done it now with quite a few JFS members, so it wasn't too weird. 5. I've missed one. Okay, so we need to find 4, and I'm guessing that it goes from the center out. So it goes 1, 2, 3 was Trump Tower. Then I've missed one. 5, 6 I'm guessing is Wild West, and then 7 is going to be the one at Dang City. No, wait, no, that was 6, wasn't it? Maybe Wild West is 7. Oh, let's go back and find out. So yeah, I'm quite well used to the sort of, hey, it's you in real life sort of thing. I had to do that a lot with Naxa and Killer and Adrian and Asus and Rad and Scott. Man, when Rad and Scott came to visit me where I live, that was super cool and weird, but you get used to it. Where am I? I've not come out the right way. Oh no. These portals are broke. Oh no. Where do I go? I'm guessing this way. So, and I'd also never seen what Tom looks like before. Like, in all the years of doing stuff together, we'd never, like, sent pictures. That sounds wrong. But, you know, of what we look like or webcam or anything. So, we sort of met up at the Royal Albert Hall in London, which is a big sort of theatre place. Or music venue, stage, I don't know. It's just a big music hall. And that's why he was there. It's for an event. And yeah, we went for a drink. We found a pub, sat down. I had a couple Guinnesses, he had a couple beers, and we just talked about all the Let's Plays we did and what he's up to now, because he's stopped making YouTube videos now. He's moved on from the YouTube stuff, which is fair enough. It's sad. I do miss his videos, but there you go. It was just really cool. I love this sort of stuff because it sort of brings two parts of your life together, and sort of, I've talked about this before with previous episodes. Like, I remember, when did I talk about this? I talked about it. Oh, it was the one with Mixon. Mixon made a video about if you're introverted or extroverted and stuff like that, and that's where I talked about this sort of idea of internet friends are actually, they're just like regular friends. It's just they're not next to you. But this was where it became a natural thing where they're right next to you, and it was just really cool. And yeah, we couldn't stay long. He didn't have much time before his show started, so we just chatted for a while. His friend came along, and we all talked for a bit. And then we parted ways. I said goodbye. I said, hey, we should really do this sometime again. And he agreed. So maybe we will. Maybe we'll meet up in London one more time in the future. That'd be nice. I went the wrong way. This is not the way to the hub. Where am I? Why didn't I come out of the right portal? Oh my god, I'm in the middle of an island in the middle of nowhere. Oh wait. Okay, I'm just going to meet you back at the hub. Oh, I missed the ladder. I missed the freaking ladder. Is this the hub right here? Was I above it the whole time? Oh, where am I going? Oh yeah, it's somewhere around here. Oh, for goodness sake. Anyway, welcome back. Since I cut away, oh, it's right here. I've been thinking of some more things I should say. First of all, I forgot to get a picture with Tom, which was a bit of an oversight. I should have taken a picture with him. Just an awkward selfie would have done. But, having said that, I did take a picture of him and his friend outside the Royal Albert Hall because there was a James Bond car there, which is to do with the event that was going on. So I took a picture of him and his friend in front of the Aston Martin DB5. And I just want to say right now, that they were wearing tuxes because for this event they advised that you could wear a tux, which, you know, I didn't, but they did. It was pretty cool. Or I say tux, it's more just like, you know, a suit and bow tie. But so they were standing in front of the car looking like James Bond, and as I was taking a picture of them, someone next to me, some random stranger, said, "Hey, you should get in the picture, you look like Q." So I just want to say that I look like the new Q, you know, the really like hot one that everyone loves, Ben Whishaw. That's me, just saying. Okay? Look, I'll put a picture on screen right now. This is what it looks like. I look like him. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say about that. So that was really cool, meeting Tom and doing that whole sort of, like I just mentioned, internet friends into physical friends standing in front of you. And I'll link that video about that Mixon thing I talked about. I'll put that in the description because I think that's quite a good video. And it touches on these topics. I thought I'd come here to the Great Lama Temple just to see if there was one here. And there is. Oh, there is. I was bang on the money. Oh, that was 7-7. Oh, no. I thought the one at Wild West Town would be the last one. Pranked by Joda the Great, who's online right now. Joda! Hang on, I've got to put it in chat. It as you. What is he putting here? Ooh, 7 little chickens. Hello, Muck. I hope you enjoy your little adventure. Hopefully you have found all 7 chickens. A prize will be in your mailbox soon if you have. Bonus prize if you found the pig. Yes, I found the pig. Oh, well, I didn't find all of them, though. So what? We found 1... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. We didn't find 4. Because 6 was the dang city. Would he have went all the way to the Wild West to build one? I don't know. I still feel like there should be one there because that's like one of my biggest projects I've done on the server. Or maybe Spider Monkey Rainforest. Maybe Spider Monkey Rainforest. Well, I'm not happy until I find all of them. I'm going to go to Spider Monkey Rainforest, I think. But I haven't really got a proper build there. What do I do? Where do I go? I'll go to the Wild West because that gives me more time to ramble. So yeah, in the description I'll put that video where I talked about friends online and internet friends and introverted and extroverted stuff. I feel like it was an interesting video. But back to last weekend, which was a great weekend. I've got to say, like, I don't have these sort of weekends often where it's like really jam-packed full of stuff. I'm usually quite a boring guy, as you'll probably be able to tell. So this was a bit of an exception for me. And by the way, after this weekend, I felt so like socialed out, speaking to old friends and new friends and stuff. I just didn't want to talk to anyone for like a week. I wanted to be really antisocial. It's quite exhausting being like social, and that sounds really bad, but you know what I mean, like being like talkative and interested all the time. Right, I sound like a terrible human being right now. Right, let's go to the Wild West. Jungle, no, which one is it? Blue? No, it's green. It's green. So yeah, the rest of the Saturday was just meeting up with old school friends, as I mentioned, going to Spoons, getting some food at Pizza Express. I got a lasagna. It was alright. We also went to Well, a friend had to travel back up to Manchester, so we said goodbye to him at Euston Station quite early on, at like 7. Then with the... Oh, it's really quiet now. Then with the other couple friends I met up with, we went to another bar, one next to King's Cross Station, which was actually really nice. And kind of reminisced about school days, and yeah, it was cool because it's those sort of things that you can only do with those sort of people. Like, if I talked about my old teacher, Mr. Baker, which is my old history teacher, by the way, no one else in the world really would know what I'm talking about. Maybe some of the students at my old school now, but not to do with a related story. So, like, no one else in the world would know what I'm talking about apart from these few people. So it's nice to actually be able to talk. It's like when you meet someone in real life. It's like when I meet the JFS people in real life. I can talk about UHCs and weird, stupid stuff. No one else in the world will know what I'm on about apart from these people. And doing that actually face to face is a very odd thing. Right, so where am I up to now in my story? I'm all over the place. I need a drink as well. My voice is going. Hang on. Okay, that's a bit better. So after we had a little drink in King's Cross, we all said goodbye because they had to go and catch trains home. I stayed round a different friend's house. They were friends from my old school. Then there were a couple friends from my university that also moved to London. So fortunately I had somewhere to stay because I needed to be in London for the next day, and getting a ticket all the way home just to get another train the next day is such a waste of money and a waste of time. So I kind of like invited myself round a friend's house and said, hey, could I crash at yours on Saturday night? And they said, yeah, that's fine. So I got there quite late and we played a game of Ticket to Ride, as you do at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it wasn't that late, but it was quite late. A late night game of Ticket to Ride, which is a really fun game. Oh, now I'm burping. Excuse me. I turned into Naxa, but I'm much more polite than Naxa. Is there a chicken here? It doesn't look like there is. They're actually quite easy things to see. Maybe Jojo didn't come this far out. Oh, is that one? No, that's the beacon. No, then maybe it is Spider Monkey Rainforest. Damn, I've been on point with these guesses. Also, Jojo didn't reply. Maybe he's AFK. Yeah, I think he's AFK. Right, we'll head back. We'll head back. We'll go to Spider Monkey Rainforest instead. What did we do? Sunday night, yeah, played board game. Chatted a bit. And went to bed. Because it was late. Sunday. Right, this is like what made the weekend. Like, that was really nice, seeing friends and talking and seeing Tom from YouTube, and it was great. That was all really good. But Sunday is what made it just like perfection. So Sunday morning, woke up, had breakfast with university friends. We went to Westfield Shopping Centre, which is a shopping centre in London, because they live right next to it. They live in Shepherd's Bush, which is on the west side of London. Yeah, went to Westfields for a little bit to try and do some shopping, but it turns out that it's closed until 11, so we got there too early. And then I had to head off, because I too, like Tom the day before, was going, to the Royal Albert Hall to go see, that's a drum roll, Casino Royale in concert. Oh yeah. Now it makes sense because Tom is also a massive Bond fan, so that's why he went the day before. And this was something I'd seen advertised in the weeks leading up to the event, but I just never got around to booking it, and I just assumed that it would all be sold out. But there were still tickets and seats left for that Sunday, so Sunday the 1st of October, and so I went. And basically, Casino Royale in concert, as it sounds, is they show like a film screening of Casino Royale from 2006, the first Daniel Craig James Bond film. But also, what makes it extra special is you're seeing it in the Royal Albert Hall, which is pretty cool as it is because it's a really, really beautiful venue. But the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra play the soundtrack as you're watching the film. They play it live, so you get to hear the Bond scores like there in front of you, like just so rich, and you can't compare. You really can't, because watching it in the best Dolby surround sound, it's gonna sound good, right? That's fine. It's gonna sound good. But when you have the actual instruments being played on the stage in front of you, there's no comparison. It's apples to oranges. It sounds amazing. So I went on my own, which many people would think is like a real saddo thing to do. Like, oh, I went to a show on my own. But I don't mind going to the cinema on my own. I don't mind going to things on my own, because especially things like this, where it is basically you're going to sit in silence for the most of it. It's not a terribly social thing to do until afterwards, and then you talk about it. So I didn't really mind going on my own. I saved money because tickets weren't cheap. It was like 30, 40 quid, which is quite a lot just to go see a film you've already seen. But I just had to do it because I knew that I'd kick myself if I didn't go see it and I missed the chance. So yeah, there I was in the Royal Albert Hall, sitting next to some old couple who kept on getting annoyed that they had to stand up to let people past. And behind me, oh my god, behind me. Oh, so I should say, before they showed Casino Royale, they had a little Q&A with James Bond composer David Arnold. This guy, by the way, David Arnold, huge name in terms of James Bond. He composed the film soundtracks for Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough. I think he did. Yeah, he did. Die Another. Where am I going? Die Another Day. He did Casino Royale. I don't think he's done any since then. I think Casino Royale was his last one. But yeah, he's made some really memorable James Bond soundtracks. So yeah, it was cool to have a little Q&A thing with him. Unfortunately, they didn't actually take questions from the audience. It was all preset questions that some guy asked him. Bit of a shame, but you do get awkward questions when you have a public sort of question thing. But throughout the whole Q&A with David Arnold, there was this stupid annoying guy behind me who kept on doing this. And I literally, that sort of timing, he would cough every 2 seconds maybe. And I found it like, I didn't want to get too mad at the guy because he obviously had a cough, and you can't help having a cough. Like, it sucks. It sucks to have a cough. But the rate he was coughing, he must have just needed to do one big cough just to get rid of all the phlegm or something. I don't know. But me being me, I was too much of a wuss to actually tell him off, so I didn't actually say anything to him. Fortunately, someone near me did that instead. They said to him, look, are you going to cough the whole way through? Because if so, can you drink some water or try and be quieter when you do it? And that sort of shut the guy up. Thank goodness. So it was only the coughing for the Q&A bit and not the actual film, which I was fine with. It's not here either. What the hell, man? Where is this mysterious last chicken? Oh no, what's connected on my computer? My mouse keeps on doing this. I think my mouse is breaking. Sorry, that was me, not you. Right, head back then. This is really just a ramble video. Sorry what's happening on screen. It's not terribly interesting. But yeah, the actual showing of the Casino Royale and the live orchestra, great. It was just fantastic. I was getting goosebumps every time they played. It was so good. And it was really interesting, actually, because it makes you think and it makes you realise all the parts of a film that are actually orchestrated and are actually written. Because it's very easy to watch a film and just get lost in the action scenes, you know, and just enjoy the explosions and the gunfights and whatever. But when there is people playing the music in front of you, you realise, oh crap, there's actually music being played right now, and it's really cool, intense music. And the same thing with sad scenes and stuff like that. Like, oh, there's actually a really touching piece of music being played, which you obviously, you know it's going on, but you don't really notice it. You don't think about the music often. You just sort of let it happen and switch off. So that was really good. There were times where I was a bit confused where to look, because the film they had on the big screen at the front, obviously, and then the stage was below it, and that's where the orchestra was and the conductor. And so often I'd be watching the film and I'd be like, oh man, this film's so good. Casino Royale is such a good film. And I'd be like, oh crap, actually I should be looking at the orchestra, because that's like the cool bit of this. I can see the film anytime I want. I should be looking at the orchestra. So I'd like be doing tennis with my eyes, like up and down, watching a bit of the film. Then actually, oh crap, let's watch the orchestra play this bit of music for a few seconds, because it's nice to match up the sound you're hearing with, oh look, there's that guy who just crashed the cymbals, and oh, there's the guy who just did that trombone bit. So that was cool. It was great. And Casino Royale was such a good film to pick, because not only is it a great Bond film, which I still need to review, but this definitely helped. Yeah, I still need to review that. It's a great Bond film, but also it doesn't have the Bond theme until the very end, and that's great. Like, in this sort of circumstance, it's fantastic, because you know it's coming. You know they're going to play the Bond theme, but you've got the whole film to watch and look forward to, and it sort of amps it up, like, oh, it's coming, it's coming. So when he shoots Mr. White at the end, and then he says, name's Bond, James Bond. And, no, actually, he doesn't say that, because Mr. White says, who is this? And then he gets shot in the knee, and then Bond says, Bond, James Bond. And then it's like, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom. And then that's when the orchestra's like, oh, yeah. That's so good. And I saw there was like these massive gongs on the stage, and I was like, when is that man going to hit those gongs? Because he was playing some drums for the most of it. I was like, he's going to have to hit those gongs at some point. I kept on watching him, and then boom, James Bond theme at the end, bam, and there he is with the gongs. I was like, I like you, gong man, I like you. So that was a great way to end it. Ending on the James Bond theme was such a cool idea, and that was it really. I can't find this last chicken. Hey, look, there's Asus. Where would it even be? I don't know. Joda, you have to tell me. Joda. Where is chicken 4? So after that, I tried to buy a program which sort of gave some behind the scenes of the film and stuff, but they were sold out, which was annoying. So I didn't get my program, but that's alright. After that, I went back to my friend's house, the one who I'd stayed at the nights before. They made me some burgers, which was nice. I met up with, they made some burgers. Some other friends joined us from university who also live in London now. Everyone moves to London, man. What the hell? Yeah, we had some burgers. We played what was that game called? Overcooked. We played some Overcooked, and that's a fun game. Very stressful, but a fun game. Oh, and we also played Settlers of Catan, which I'm sure many of you know what Settlers of Catan is. It's a classic board game, hexagon tiles and all about resources and trading and stuff. But we didn't just play it on any old regular board game. My friend had made her own version of it. It was insane. So she got her boyfriend's granddad to cut out all these wooden tiles, and then she used like modelling clay to make the custom Catan tiles. I'll put a picture on screen because I had to take a picture. It was so cool, but hopefully you should be seeing on screen. Like, look at that. They're like little sheep and the rocks, and if you know Catan, you'll think this is really cool. If you don't, you'll probably think it's less cool, but it is really cool. So that was fun to play. And that was it then. Yeah, after that we had some food, yeah, played some board games, and I caught the train home, and I was absolutely exhausted. I didn't get in until about 1 AM, and I just crashed because it had been a long weekend, didn't really have a proper night's sleep, on my feet a lot, talking a lot, chatting a lot, drinking a lot, So I was done, and I had work the next day, which was not a great idea, but there you go. And that was the weekend. That was a really good weekend, and that's sort of what I'm going to tie my birthday to. And my birthday was actually a week later. My birthday is actually today when I'm recording this. In the evening I'm recording. But I don't like to put too much emphasis on my actual birthday. Things can happen around it that I'll think, oh, that was like my birthday thing. So that was my birthday thing for this year, and it was a really, really good weekend. And now I've got this video to remember it with. So there you go. I'm not going to join Joda on a call for this last chicken because I want to end the episode. So sorry, Joda, I'm going to ignore you for now. And instead say, I hope that wasn't too long and boring. I hope you found my story vaguely interesting. If any Bond fans who happen to go to that thing, do say, I mean, the chances are very, very slim, but it would be super cool if someone did. And if it does, I think it's going to go on tour soon. So if it goes on tour near you, again, small chance of that, but still, go see it, because it was awesome. Really, really good. Right, my voice is going again. I've still got a sore throat. I've had it for so long now. I'm going to go drink some water. Oh yeah, I'm Freddy Krueger still. Yeah, forgot about that. And yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Wait, I'm recording, sorry. Say that again.
God dang it, how many takes do we need? I thought you were a professional.
I'm a bad YouTuber.
How the hell do you have over 10,000 subs?
They're all just me.
They're all just you.
They're all just me. Anyway, this is going to be an addendum to my video because I've just finished recording it.
Indeed.
And I didn't find chicken 4. I found every other chicken apart from chicken 4.
You didn't find chicken.
So chicken 1, Bellagio. Chicken 2, my castle. Chicken 3, Trump Tower. Chicken 5 was Space Station. And chicken 6 is Dang City. Chicken 7 is... I was just there. Where the hell was it? Oh, Llama.
Oh, yes.
I couldn't
give
find
me
chicken
one
4.
second. Meet me in JSano town. Shoptown.
Shoptown. Oh, I did look at Shoptown. Maybe. Maybe I didn't. Well, I figured there couldn't be one at Trump Tower and Shoptown, so I just figured there'd be one there. Okay, I'm here.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry.
I'm here.
I'm not even there.
What the hell, man?
I'm on my way. I went to your castle.
I also found the bonus pig.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. That took me so much wool to get. It took me so much to get, like, what's that? Bones for pink dye. That was the most annoying part.
Really? I
Yeah.
could have given you loads of bones, but then I suppose it would have been ruined.
Yeah. I couldn't ask you for bones. Okay. Where I see.
Hey. Is it here? Is this where the 4th chicken is?
The first chicken is nearby.
I went all the way to Wild West Town thinking it might be there. I thought you were going by like distance away from the first one because they were all sort of outwards.
Nope.
Damn.
So this one,
Is it on my secret project which is still unfinished?
the secret project.
Oh, I didn't even think about this, which I still need to make this. Holy crap.
Indeed.
And this is chicken 4.
This is chicken 4.
Now,
if
chicken
you want to
4.
hear, now if you want to hear something evil that my stream suggested I do, was to build decoy chickens all around the server.
Spy chickens.
Spy chickens, yes.
Decoy chickens.
Yeah. And one would have been a pirate, another would have been a cow.
Ah.
Yeah. Chicken number 4.
Chicken. I found all. And Joe, what? The chickens can stay for a while, I think.
Chicken can stay?
Yeah. Chickens
Yeah.
can stay.
The chickens would take over one day.
No. No, because then before that we'll eat them.
Oh, God.
Cause think how much meat's on that chicken. Holy moly.
True, true.
There'll be
true.
some big wings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Thank you for this mini prank, Joda.
You're welcome.
I felt like
I hope you enjoyed your little scavenger hunt.
I did. It gave me a very nice opportunity to ramble, and I felt like I haven't been pranked in a long time. So
Indeed.
now I need to prank you.
Oh God, please. You know what? We should team up and prank someone on this server.
We should. Let's plan it. Let me end my episode and we'll plan it right now.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.